be. And of course, I want to start by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It doesn't matter where you're watching in from, as long as you're watching. I want to say thank you very much for watching. uh I don't know whether we got that part, yeah, but that's the part. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, yeah. So I've come through again. We are going to be having a simple, not a discussion. I'm just going to be telling you briefly, ever since I came this side, some of the things that really changed, and some of the things I've really learned so far. And I should say that, let me first check my sound, by the way. I always have to check my sound because I lost my microphone. By the way, let me show you. Where's my microphone? Let me show you something. You see, this was supposed to be my microphone. I don't know why the dogs are making noise. Seems someone is at the gates, maybe. This was supposed to be my microphone, this one here, but it got some problem. This is supposed to be the sound card, this one, but it also got issues with the inputs. So basically, I don't have any microphone. So that's why most of the times when I come, I always want to first check for my sound to see if it's clear, because I use the sound. Let me see. Yes, because the sound I use is of the laptop. It is the sound that I use of the camera. So now joining, having the picture and having sound at the same time, sometimes it's very tricky. So that's why I always, when each time I come, want to first check and see my sound, if my sound is really good. If it is good, then I'm good to go. But of course, let me repeat by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are catching me from. I want to say thank you very much, of course, for watching through. Luze and Anderson is my name. And of course, I had my guys who started watching in from Kenya. I got my friend, by the way, Hi People Awards. Yes, Hi People Awards. Now they are into charity. I saw him, he also subscribed. Some guys in the UK also subscribe. We changed the kind of content that we do, but we did it intentionally because we wanted to use English so that everyone can get basically what we say, yeah. So forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Because other countries, by the way, for starters, yeah, it is not in a bad way. Of course, here in Uganda, they are giving 5 billion Ugandan shillings. Yeah, 5 billion Ugandan shillings. I don't know how much that is in dollars. Let me first check. 5 billion Ugandan shillings. How much it is in the US dollars? 5 billions. 5 billions in United States. That is 3.4 million. No, 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 no. 5 billions. 5 billions Ugandan shillings. 5 billion Ugandan shillings to USD. Let me see how much that is. Okay, let me see how much that is. That is like $1.3 million. Yeah, that is 1.348599. That is 1,348,599 US dollars. So that's quite a lot of money, and they are giving that money, of course, to creators. That's what I should say. But when you say creators, that is really something big, yeah. So you cannot know, because everyone is a creator in their own way. So most of the people are being biased, yeah. Some are like they shouldn't have given it to them, others are like they should give it to them. But surprisingly, in Rwanda again, let me see if I can get that article. In Rwanda, in Rwanda they have monetized their TikTok, yeah. Rwanda. Okay, let me first check a little. Rwanda monetize TikTok, yeah. So for them, they monetize their TikTok, so they are going to be paid, yeah. As of March, okay, I've gotten the report. Let me just show you. This is not basically what I had come to talk about. I wanted to tell you, ever since I came off grid, what are some of the things that really changed, yeah. I wanted to tell you some of the things that I changed, and some of the things that, of course, I've learned. I've learned really a lot of things, yeah. I've learned a lot of things going off grid, because I can spend a week, I can even spend a month minus talking to anyone, yeah. So let me read you this report. Let me read you this report. Let me share it on the screen, yeah. So this is the report, yeah. As of March 2026, Rwanda has reportedly become the first African country to unlock the official TikTok monetization for local content creators, allowing them to earn directly from the platform engagement. Following appeals to the President Kagame, creators can now access revenue tools, eliminating the need for foreign accounts. You get the point? Yeah. So as for here in Uganda, of course, they went ahead. They went ahead to. Let me first have a sip. As for here in Uganda, of course, they are going to give creatives. Yeah, they are going to give creatives 5 billion Ugandan shillings. That is 1.3 million USD. So that's quite a lot of money. So, as I was telling you initially, that's a lot of money. So, I think because everyone is a creator in a given way, as long as someone can post something, they can write something, as long as someone is on social media in a given way, they are creators in their own way. So, now if a budget comes out and basically they are giving creators some money, then that means everyone is supposed to have that share of money. But it is always very good to sort the policies. If you can clear the policy and you be like, okay, we are not going to be giving out money, but let's create policies, yeah, that can really help creators make money. I remember last time in Kenya, there's that guy, what's Eric Omondi, yeah, Eric Omondi, about social media. Of course, when President Ruto came in power, of course, he wanted to tax content creators for some reasons. But of course, Eric Omondi made a very big strike, made a couple of videos, and I was like, you guys are not supporting us. So if you're not supporting us, really, how can you again tax us? You get the point. So it is really very bad. As for creatives, I'm going to tell you why I came that side. As for creative, because if you create nice policies, then it becomes way easier. Just like how they've done it for Rwanda people. And for Rwanda, I think Kagame, I would say big up to Kagame for some reasons. Why? Because Kagame is always good at doing things. When it comes to internet, yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, the most expensive internet in the world, I think Uganda is among the countries which are having the most expensive internet, if you didn't know that in the whole world. You can imagine being the third world country, but again, when it comes to our internet, it's the most expensive, even more than the first world country. So it is really unfair. But again, when you go to Rwanda, I've been to Rwanda a couple of times. It is the only country, by the way, I've been to. It is the only country I've been to. Yeah, and we traveled by bus. Yes, I've never been on a plane. Yes. So Rwanda, almost everywhere you go, they have internet. Everywhere you go, they have internet. And I think as for their president, it was a very good move. Why? Because in Rwanda, if you text, let me say if they are doing for security purposes, yeah, in case you're saying anything bad about Kagame, basically they will see your location, they will know the kind of internet you're using because the government subsidized. That is, in case you're supposed to pay, let me say 2 shillings, yeah, then of course, okay, 2 mafaranga, because that is the currency of the Rwandese. So if you're supposed to pay 2 mafaranga, then of course the government went and paid almost one and a half of it. So at the end of the day, almost internet is everywhere, which is a very good thing. So if and when it comes to their internet use, that's why most of the views they have maybe on TikTok, on Instagram, even on more so on Instagram. Rwandese are more on Instagram, by the way. And again, when it comes to YouTube, they have big numbers. Why? Because internet is almost free in Rwanda. Internet is almost free. So when it comes to here, that is one of our leadership. Maybe I should say maybe the leadership or government made a mistake. Yeah, they would have let everyone have internet, and then they could control them. The thing of taking off internet during, like, let me say elections, it won't be needed. Why? Because you can know who is posting what, and you can pick particular people if you want to. Yeah, if you're like the team that moves with this person, we don't like what they post, because you basically get them internet and it's almost free. Yeah, internet is almost free. So at the end of the day, it is easy to just go handpick those people than letting everyone involved or not involved get, they lose internet. It doesn't make sense. So the reason why I started like telling you those things is because we had stopped initially. We started off by doing interviews. I'm going to be telling you why. Most of the time when I come, I give you that introduction. When we started off initially, we started off with doing celebrity interviews. Yes, we did almost every artist you would think of in Uganda. We worked almost with all of them. When it comes to Rwanda, of course, when we went there, I worked with many, of course, of those guys. But of course, the person I went with lost all the data that we had collected, the videos that we had made. So I reached a time and I felt like, we are getting out of that. So we tried of rejuvenated, yeah, and then we changed to, supporting, yeah, the cause, the good cause. That was, of course, with politics. We did politics for 7 years, but of course we did entertainment and interviews for 15 years, man. 15 years, that's really long. 15 years, that is really long. So I felt like we had come out of that. So we came for politics, which we did, by the way. I supported BCM Uganda, supported Bobby Wine, of course, for 7 years from when he started to when, of course, we decided 2026 we were supposed to stop doing that. And I did one of the first videos, of course. Let me see if I can get the video here. When he had just come in, of course, to be an MP, yeah, when he had just come in to be an MP, that's when we did our first interview. Yes, after doing that interview, of course, we put it in plan as per me, and I was like, after 2026 we are going to stop politics. Reason why? Because I thought by that time, things would have changed. Yeah, I didn't think, we would have gone this much far. But of course, things did not change. But because I had to change by that time, so we had to make that happen. So we changed the kind of content we were doing in 2026. And of course, no turning back. Let me see. I wanted to see if I could get that video. It was, by the way, one of the first videos. Yeah, it was one of the first videos we did. And after that, I think I can see the day when we did it here. Let me see. I can see just a simple sample of it. It is not the whole of it, but I think, where is it? I'm not seeing it. But for the people, of course, who've been following, I think you watched it. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. This was I'm going to just show you, not really a video. Okay, I'm going to just show you just a little, yeah, just a little of it, yeah, just a little of it. Let me show you. Okay, I think I got it. Let me just show you just a little bit, and you see when we did it. Okay, this is it. Let me give you some sound. Yeah, let me give you some sound. Bachali baina amanyi baina emundu baina ebyakabi bingi olaba nga twali tulina okuba nga tuli enambole nekitabaawo because ekintu kino kintu kyabwe nti gwoyina ki bo baina ebyakabi
yeah, but your questions are actually very, very serious questions. Tulina okwebuuza nti okay, abantu abatunyigiriza kale tukiriza abatunyigiriza tukiriza bye tuliraba si bwe birina okuba tukiriza corruption, right?
Yeah.
Naye abantu ababikola abatunyigiriza balina emmundu making sure ne raising eddoboozi lyo bakuba kibooko nga tolina kyokola. Balina Bank of Uganda kuba buyomba nabo oba oyombye ne Bank of Uganda oba oyombye ne Uganda Police oba oyombye ne institutions zonna gwoyina ki kankubulire kyali wange tombuza na gwoyina ki mbuza ffe tulina ki. Yeah, ffe tulina each other.
Yeah.
Ate tulina obwongo bwaffe tutegeera ate tetulina just nze Bobby Naluze wabula tulina ffe ne bali abangi nnyo abali ku TV kati abatulaba babalaba nti byaddala. So once we get young people, especially not only young people, are required.
Okay, let me talk off the volume. Yeah, so let me show you. We took this interview, of course that is the time there. Yeah, that's the time we took it. If you can see clearly, let me show you. If you can see clearly here, yeah, if you can see this space 7 years ago. So we did this 7 years ago. So when we did this, that is the time I was like, when it comes to 2026, then we are going to stop. Yeah, because I thought things would have changed, but things did not change. But now I felt like maybe doing content, the kind of content where we can support each other. Yeah. When we did politics, none of the people knew that I was behind the camera and I was behind the computers and, doing these things. No one knew. Initially, they knew when I was doing the interviews. Now I went off camera. So I felt like 2026, I was supposed to come back in the camera. Most of the people were asking where Anderson really went to. I was like, no, I'm supposed to tell my friends where I went to. Of course, I was in the struggle, but now 2026, we changed it a little. I'm going to be more in the camera, and the reason is because I have a son now. So because I have a son and I'm a single dad, for some of you who don't know, those who have just started watching, yeah, in case it's your first time to be watching, just know I'm really, really very grateful. We lost a lot of people when we changed the kind of content we do. We lost a lot of people. All the 137 people had to leave the platform because they felt like we were not serving them. But I also wanted them to leave because I wanted people to watch things I feel that can help us, yeah, things that can help, where we can help each other, and I had to be in the picture. And since I'm a single girl and I'm always here, and I went off grid, a lot of things happened yesterday. I think, was it yesterday? I think yesterday, but when I got so excited because for some reason the very many people I supported during my course of work, very many people disappointed me, so when people disappointed me, I was like, nah, 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 nah. If these people didn't have my back, then I'm also not going to have their back. So that's when I learned a lot of things, yeah, a lot of things when I came off grade. Now you start with artists. I started working with artists, very many artists I worked with here in Uganda, in Rwanda, Kenya, even in Nigeria. At the end of the day, basically there was nothing. So now I came to for a good cause. That is my personal cause. Of course, when I went into a little bit of politics, and again it was the same thing. When I changed the kind of content we're doing, then they also shifted. So that's when I noticed, nope, now we have to do something we really, really, really love. Yeah, because even the people I was helping out, when we changed the kind of content we are doing, they also left. So I was like, nah, now I'm supposed to do the things that I love. I want to do the kind of content that even if my son grows up and something happens with his life, maybe he wants to date, yeah, wants to get a girlfriend, he would be like, what would dad say? At least when he comes here, when he goes through the videos I've been making, he will get the answers, not one, not two, but over 10 answers. So that's why I decided to change the kind of content, and I also wanted us to be supporting each other. Yeah, we are live as of now. Yeah, Ugandan time right now, it is 9:56, Tuesday of the 10th of March. Yeah, yes, of March. So we are live, live, live. So even if you put up your comments, I'm going to be reading them. So when we change the kind of content we're doing, because I wanted now to relate with my people, because when we were doing politics, I could not talk to you directly. Yeah, you could put up your comments, but they were going the other side. But right now, you put up a comment, I'm basically talking to you, you're basically watching me. Whatever comment you send up, I can see that comment, and of course I can react towards it. You get the point? So now I wanted it to be personal for 2026. I wanted it to be personal, me and you. And of course, when that came through, I was like, everyone here, everyone, because I want us to support each other. Yeah, I can be good at something, you can be good at something if you're there. Because me, in that period, during my life course, yeah, I reached a time when I didn't have friends at all. I reached a time when I was into a lot of, I was into depression, I got anxiety, being a single dad, figuring out how I'm supposed to raise my son. A lot of things happen. And in that time, given the fact that I had numbers on different social media and I ran very many other social media that I don't even appear in, yeah, like I work behind the camera, but I didn't have any support system. Yeah, I didn't have anyone to talk to. I went through that time, boss. It really hurt me a lot. I was almost going to die. I'm telling you the truth. I'm a born again Christian, I swear. Yeah, I was going to die. I would have died maybe of overconsumption of alcohol, or I would die of not eating, I would have died of anything. But because none of you people knew, most of the friends, because I got some phone calls like 2 days ago, and guys were telling me, Anderson, we didn't know you were there, man. It hurt me so much that even I decided to leave TV. I didn't want to get any job, and I went off grid. I just didn't want to talk to people. I just wanted to be with my son. So it really did me so bad. So that's why I was like, this time 2026, when I come, it is going to be my face. I'm going to be talking to you, and we are going to be supporting each other. How? That every person here, yeah, when you put up a comment, I'm going to open up a WhatsApp group, yeah, where we encourage each other, we talk to each other, we support each other. And I noticed during that time that supporting is not supposed to be financially only, yeah. It's not supposed to be money, like if someone doesn't give you money, they've not supported you. The time when I reached and I just wanted someone to talk to, you know what it means when you're there but you just want to get someone to talk to, yeah. Because we try to disorganize ourselves with gossip. That's why I don't want to gossip. I don't want to talk about other people. I want us to talk about life. Basically, whatever we talk about generalizes. It's not like we'll be here and then we discuss some guy who got some boyfriend and some boyfriend who cheated on some girlfriend. I feel like it's not worth it. I feel like we should talk about things that empower us, yeah. And for the people who didn't watch some of those videos, we've done lots of videos, of course, talking about general things that help all of us, and we are not discussing persons, yeah. We are not discussing person, we are discussing general things and things that really benefit or help us develop. So that's why I was like, every person on this platform, because now I decided of what really I went through, I decided every person that I will be talking to, the person who will be watching and commenting, we become friends. I want to get a few of them, that we could be few but at least we know each other, that each time I come through, one person will tell the other, Anderson is here, where are you, what are you doing, that even if you're abroad, if something bad happens, you know you have your team, yeah. It's not supposed to be money only, man. No, but we can support each other. Me, when I went through the time that I had all these people, you can imagine this platform having 205,000 people, yeah. And then you cannot get one person in all that group you can talk to. Why can't I have 10 people and I know when something bad happens to them or something, or I want to talk to someone, I can call them, I can talk to them on WhatsApp. I think that is more beneficial than watching someone. It's like AI, yeah. You can discuss with AI, you can talk, but it cannot support you, it can tell you what you're supposed to do. But getting a real human being and you talk to someone and you're like, Anderson, you talked about this, man, let's discuss it, and then we talk in real time, you know, when we are done with our lives. I feel like that is more valuable than having 1 million people but you cannot talk to any of them, you know. That's why I don't want to do gossip, because at the end of the day, right now, you know, I've been saying lots of stories for the people you maybe you could have missed, yeah. But I've done very many videos, not that very many, because I just started to do them. But you will notice the kind of things we talk about. They're different things, you know. How I grew up, and you know, I didn't realize that time was going and I was growing up so fast. I just woke up one day and I'm in my 30s, yeah, mid 30s. I got scared. It scared me. And I was like, I wish I had someone I could talk to. Those are the things we're going to be talking about here, you know. Those are the things we're going to be talking about here. You know, trying to shortcut, you know, the government, and you know how they try to get a lot of money from us, and how, you know, we try, you know, to dodge it. So the things we are going to be talking about are kind of different, yeah, kind of different. So that's why 2026, this was really personal, yeah, personal. I felt like I wanted us to be sharing stories, you know, lots of things. I feel like everyone here, yeah, as long as you watch, you comment, we get our WhatsApp group. We can be few, but at least we can support each other. Like right now, you could be Anderson. Okay, give me my number. I always put up my number here. Yeah, I always put up my number here. I just don't know, today I've not put it, but I always put my number here just in case, you want to talk to someone. There is this platform that we talk about these things, but again, we practice them than watching someone, who is not going to benefit you in any way. What they do or what happens, that's how entertainment used to work. Basically, they disorganize your head, and you can think you can be okay. It's like taking alcohol or taking drugs, and you can be okay for a minute. Yeah, you get disorganized. You watch a movie, you watch some cartoons, you watch some gossip, and then you feel okay for that time. Yeah, and then you go back, and when you are alone, midnight, yeah, deep in the night, and then you're in your bed looking at the ceiling, and you feel like you want to talk to someone, and there is no one to talk to. Now that's the main reason why 2026 I was like, no, we're supposed to change this kind of content. If someone is really feeling bad, you really want to talk to someone, you want a support system, just like how earlier I told you, like, it's not supposed to be all about money. You have someone to call, and what surprises me is sometimes, you could be having friends, even you could be having even sisters and relatives and all that, but you feel they cannot understand you, or if they can understand you, they can't judge you. The things I'm talking about, we talked about them, but in different way. So guess what? You're talking to someone who doesn't know you, who doesn't know your family, but they are willing to support you and talk to you and listen to you because they cannot judge you, because they don't know you. So 2026, I was like, we are going to change the kind of content we are doing, and basically we are going to concentrate on that each comment of someone really, really matters. That when they feel like they are down, we have our team, yeah, where we can support each other in a given way. So 2026, that's why we decided to change the kind of content we are doing. Yeah, so let me write here, do you think it's a good idea? Do you think is it's a good idea? Yeah, so that's what really I felt like doing for 2026, because in 2025 and in the 7 years when everything was going on, yeah, when everything was going on, I felt like, I didn't have someone, to talk with. I felt like even when I had all the numbers, but I didn't have someone to talk to. So I want now this platform. We change it. Me, I have a lot of time. I have a lot of time. I have a lot of time that I can talk to almost everyone. I can talk to almost everyone. Because that's why I don't want a big number. I want a small number where we know each other, whether you're in the country or you're not in the country. But, when you feel like, you need a shoulder to lean on, you have your guy. The things we talk about, we preach about, of course we do them, we practice them. So that's why we did a change, of the kind of content we are doing today. I've tried really to analyze about it, so just feel okay. I always put my number here. I don't know why today I've not put it there, but of course when you come in the comment section and ask for it, I will always give it to you, though my number is a public number. When you go on any social media, even if you go on Google and you write Luze Andrew Anderson contact, let me try it here, yeah? Luze Andrew Anderson contacts. Even if you go to Google, you can get my number. My number is everywhere, but of course I'll be pinning it. You see what I've done? Let me show you what I've done. I've just gone to Google and I did that. Let me frame this well so that it can be fitting on the screen good. So I want that kind of a platform, that's the kind of platform I want. Like, you can talk to each other, you can support each other. You see, I went to Google. You see, that is Google. That is Google. I went to Google and I wrote in Luze Andrew Anderson contact. So you see, this is my contact. The way you're seeing it there, that's my contact. Yeah, that is it. So my number is a public number. Yeah, it's been there for a very long period of time. How it got there, I also don't know, but it is there. But I think everyone can do that. Yeah, I think everyone can do that. In case you put it on a given platform, then it will be on other platforms. Yeah, so I've tried to really expand on why we did the change of content we are doing, and of course going off grid. And when I came back, and I'm also on TikTok, then some friends of mine were like, yo, Anderson, you had gotten lost. We didn't know where you were. And some of them were showing love. I felt really nice. Shino Muchiga, I don't know whether you girls know that girl. Shino Muchiga is a sister to Ann Kansime. She reached out and I felt very good. It wasn't like she was going to give me money or she gave me money, but she was like, man, you did a good job, yeah? And those are some of the things I've been talking about. We are in, I always tell my friends that we have little time, yeah? Imagine, yeah? Right now we are 9 people watching. Imagine they tell you have 1 year to live or 1 week to live. What is it you will do different? I always chip it in for some reasons. Why? Because we do a lot of things, yeah? We do a lot of things thinking we have a lot of time, thinking we have infinity time, thinking maybe we are immortal, and we forget that we have little time. So it is always good, just like me, when someone does something nice, I always tell them that, man, what you did was great. If someone did something nice, I appreciate them. So me, I had taken a long time, and as people appreciating, that's why I felt bad about people, and that's why I wanted to detach, and I have only the people I know I can talk to. I can exchange texts and WhatsApp and whatever, with them. A few but important. A few but important. You get the point? So that's why I'm really trying to pull for. So when Shannon Chiga called and told me, then there's another guy. Yes, I think he's called Daka. I don't know even from which country. I think he's in the States. For him, he called me, he texted on my TikTok, and then he's like, Anderson, man, you were lost. And then that guy gave my son 50,000 to go buy milk. I felt good about it. I felt good. And I was like, I had disappeared. And when the world wasn't treating me nice, as I was doing my single dad things, because I've been with my son from when he was like 1, now he's going to make 4 in this March, yeah? So imagine you're a guy, with this kind of lifestyle you've been living. Now you've changed the kind of lifestyle you've been living. Now you're a single dad. And guess what? All that all together, it was really, just like how girls give birth, or ladies or women give birth when they are breastfeeding. There is a time they reach in their life when they are breastfeeding and they feel like they are fed up with life. They feel like they are not liked. They feel like they are disorganized. They feel like, that kind of a thing. So I got that kind of a thing, yeah? The first time being a single dad, guys, I'm telling you, I was confused. At one point, I cried. I'm with this 1 year old and I just don't know what to do with him. He's supposed to be eating in time. He's supposed to be clean. He's asking questions. Oh my goodness. It was one of the most terrible things. And no one was there to support me. Not even my sisters or nothing. So that's when I got into that depression and anxiety. But guess what? That's when I noticed, when I juggled it, now 3 years on the road, we are together, and that's when I noticed that nothing is impossible. Yes, nothing is impossible. If someone else can do it, if I can raise a son, then you can as well raise a son. But it means you're supposed to put out boundaries on what you don't want to do. But of course, in that time, as of 2025, I spent the whole year alone, and of course thinking about my life, and I've learned a lot of things, and those things I've learned are the things I really really want to share with you through the course of this channel, the friends. Because among the people, I got like a couple of people, yeah, these are first people, yeah, you see these people here, yeah, all these people were like, they want to get into that WhatsApp, yeah. So I have some of them here, so that we make it is really bad, yeah. It's like watching a series or a movie that after watching it you're going to talk to your friend, but you cannot talk to those friends. So me here, we talk, you WhatsApp me now, I reply you now, we discuss now. When I'm off the live, we can talk, and if you feel something is not right, you have Anderson here and I'm in Uganda, so we can talk about things you feel. And as I told you earlier, like, it is way easier talking to someone you've not met before. You feel open because they don't judge you. But now you talk to your sister and they will judge you. They'll tell you, why did you go for that boy, why did you go for that girl? But here is someone who doesn't know you and who will not judge you. So that's the kind of a thing I wanted to create in 2026. Yes, So 2026, I want to build a community. Like you're watching there and you're like, Anderson, man, there's this thing that happened, oh, I want to do this thing, whatever, it just doesn't matter. But of course, we add value to each other, man, than watching gossip, who stole whose husband, who stole whose girlfriend. Those things don't add value on you. And remember, time is flying. So that's one of the things that I really didn't get initially, and I feel my friends should get this, the people now I talk to should get this, yeah, so that we don't create content whereby no one benefits nothing. Someone comes, entertains you, you watch a clip when someone is dancing, they're putting on weirdly, and you're done, you've been feeling, so lonely, and now you feel a little bit calm. And then tomorrow or at night when you are alone, you're going through those issues alone. And then those people you've been watching, they don't care and they don't even know you. But me, I want, like, at least, I pray to God that at least I wish every person who could be watching here, I could be knowing their names, I could be knowing where they stay, that even when things mess up, they have someone who will make noise for them. You get the point? Because you've been with them, you've built a community. Yeah, so me for 2026, I was like, now I'm building community. Because when we were doing politics, when I was doing politics, none of the people know that I was running it. When things went south, when things went sour, none of these people were there to support me in any way, given the fact that I dedicated 7 years, So for 2026, that's the main reason why we created this channel. And if you watch all the videos we've done, we're not discussing people. No, we are not discussing people at all. We are talking, we want to empower each other. Because right now, there is something, you know, time. Because, man, me, when I noticed that my son, the one who was a baby, Allah now is this grown. I wish I could show you when my son was a baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me check here and I see. It gave me memories. But again, I'm like, now this kid is really growing fast. So if you're involved with a circle of people who don't add value on you, then you're doomed. Because now, me, totally telling you, the time I've been in clubs, I've clubbed, I've partied, I've done all these things. But sometimes I don't regret doing all those things. I don't regret at all. But there are times when I'm like, I wish I had someone to talk to. Because now, me, I got someone I talk to nowadays. Yeah, I have my sister. Like those people, they say you have to be a man. A man has to make decisions. He's supposed to give direction. Guess what? All those years I didn't do those things as a man. As I was deciding, I didn't decide anything sensible. And I'm okay to talk about it. And I got help. My sister is the one who helped me out. Had my sister not helped me, I would be on the streets. Either I would have run mad, I could either be homeless, I could either be, I don't know, or even dead. So sometimes it's good to get someone. I always also talk about that. Get someone to help you. So if we create this community and we can talk, by the way, I think I should have put the number here, yeah? I think I should have put the number here. Let me see if I can get that number. Okay, you saw it. But again, you can also get into the comment section for anyone who loves it. Then I'll be putting it there. So that's the reason why we send the kind of content we're doing. Yes. And of course, I'm also on other platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Though I'm really so conversant, I love YouTube so much for the reason that it does what? How they it censors, yeah. So it's not like everyone. Like TikTok, if this was on TikTok, we would have been with maybe 500 people or 1,000 people watching. But here, basically, by the time someone comes on YouTube and sits for 1 minute and they are watching, it means they are serious. So I really like people who are a little more serious than getting a lot of people who judge you, yeah? Like people on TikTok, it's about everyone is a judge, everyone is a lawyer, everyone knows what they're supposed to do, everyone knows what you're supposed to do with your life. Why would someone? So that's why I feel comfortable with YouTube mainly, but I'm also on other platforms. So yes, this is the main reason why this platform we made a change. Yeah, and it is for the good cause, not for me but for both of us, me and you, so that we both benefit from each other. Yeah, we talk about different things where need be, and we need prayers, which we will pray for you. Yeah, we will pray for you. Yeah, so you have someone on the ground, so that's the kind of really the reason why we did this. Of course, those are the initial plans, but the higher plans of this platform is supporting other people who are not okay. But of course, that is when we reach this is the first level of introduction. Then when we'll have the body and we would have done all these things that I'm thinking about, and we are supporting each other, then we will reach at that point where we will go physically and support people. Yeah, because me, I grew up as an orphan. Yeah, I think most of you know that I grew up as an orphan. No mom, no dad, no jaja, no koja, no senga, no uncles, no not that. But church supported me. Yeah, church supported me. It raised me, it educated me, it treated me, it dressed me, it fed me. So I feel like at one point when we are doing okay, at one point, most of the people don't know what BCM stands for. BCM stands for Bambi Charity Media. Most of the people didn't know. It was the main reason why it was opened up from the word go. BCM stands for Bambi Charity Media. So these are the things I've been doing over the years. I felt for 2026, that's when we are supposed to focus. We build a community. We build a team that everyone who watches here, I know them by names, where they stay. When they get in trouble, at least we get to know that community we would have built together. Yeah, so that's why we did a change of the kind of content we do. So you imagine, I'm here and something happens to you. You're either in Oman, you're in Dubai, you're in Abu Dhabi, you're in Birmingham, you're in London, you're in wherever. But again, you have your support system, yeah, that when things go west, yeah, like now, the wars are happening wherever they are happening. But imagine you have a community and it is all about support. Let me tell you, I saw a guy who got sick. He was in Canada. Yeah, the guy who got sick was in Canada, and then his last wish, at least before dying, he really wanted to be brought back in Uganda. But because we live as individuals, but when things mess up, that's when we now need people to support us. Yeah, so it's very good. You imagine we create this, yeah, we create this team, yeah, and we could be I don't want a big number, a number which is easily controlled. Yeah, when we are few, we support each other. You want to talk to someone, you got someone to talk to. Yeah, so now imagine if that guy was in a given, yeah, team, in a given, with people, and they've been together, that would be very easy to work on. Really, it would be very easy to work on. So me, I got that a little late. Had I had that support system a little earlier in life, I would have been very far. And sometimes I always tell my friends, it is okay to say I need help. Most of the people, they feel strong when, like for guys, they feel strong when it is them to make the budget for the home. He's the planner. And sometimes, you could be weak at it. Yeah, you could be weak. You could be good at making money, but at the end of the day, you're not good at spending it. You're good at making it, but you're not good at planning for it. So that's why all the rich people, someone might think that is a weakness. It's not a weakness. You know, that's why they say specialization. Specialization, we defined it when I was still young, like doing the best thing you can do best, and you leave the rest for others. That is specialization. So you could be good at working, but there is someone better who can plan for you. And they're like, you know what, according to how your life is running, and now you've gotten kids, I feel before you can buy a car, I feel you could buy just land and just leave it there. You imagine someone tells you that, and for you feel it's supposed to be a car. But fine, you have the money, but you're not good at planning. So getting someone to help you, it doesn't make you weak. Nah, it doesn't make you weak. Me, I grew up in a family where I grew up, the people who helped us when we were growing up, the church which helped us, we grew up with some two, family of some two whites, yeah, who called one grandpa, another one grandma. But surprisingly, the man was the man of the house. Yes, he's the man of the house. Yeah, he gives direction and all that. But each time he could earn money, it was again the wife to make the planning of the family. Have you seen that in Uganda? I think Ugandan guys cannot do that. Kenyans, Tanzanians, yeah. They feel less of men. They're like, no, I cannot allow this. I go work, they pay me my salary, and guess what? I go to my wife, I bring all the money. If they pay me 700,000, then I bring all the 700,000 to my wife. But here it is, make the plan for the house. They feel like, I would be less of a man. I would do that. I would do that. I would do that. Why would I do it? Because I accept that I'm not good at money management. Because if a friend comes, and he's like, Anderson, help me with some money. If I have it, I will give it out. But again, someone told me, someone who is helping me, who is my sister, she told me, it is okay to give out, yeah, but you have to make sure you are fine before you can give out. I learned that just last year. Can you imagine? Just last year. That before you can give a hand to help someone else, you're supposed to be okay. Yeah, it's like you have little water. Yeah, you have little water. You have thirsty, and you feel like you really want to drink this water, and then someone else comes in, and then they're like, I really need water, and you give them your water, and then you die, kaput. So that is really uncalled for. So I learned that just a year ago. So I feel like if we build this community, because that's what I want to do for 2026, and I'm not doing this because to me this was my end game. Everyone has their end game. This is my end game. I feel like this is my end game when it comes to social media. And if I feel like I've done a great job, then I will leave. I will leave. I will just disappear and never be on social media if I feel I've done a great job. Yeah, so that's why we change the kind of content we do. And when it comes to life, by the way, one thing we should also not know, like we know have shortcuts, yeah? No shortcuts, boss. No shortcuts. Everything has to be straight. So when you're there and you feel you're bright enough, so that's the reason why I created this kind of social media, by the way. That's why we changed the content, because njagala twesapotinge bannange, nga woyogera n'omuntu ng'ondabye waneeno nga twogera nina byenkoze ng'osobola okunkubira kasimu nga nsobola okukubira kasimu ne twogera ne twesapotinga ne twezzaamu amaanyi than okugenda n'olaba simanya bali mu kukola dancing challenge nga tofunamu onoofuna ebizibu ng'oli awo mu buliri bwo wekka webase ku ssaawa 8 ogw'ekiro nga teri akutaasa. Naye waneeno omanya mbadde ne bakyali bange okumala akaseera, nakumala akaseera bano bakyali wenna abagamba bajja kunsupportinga. They know me. You get the point. I used a little bit of Kiganda there so that some of the people maybe who are watching in and they can listen to Luganda can understand basically what I'm saying. So it's the reason why 2026 I decided to come. I didn't come to make money. I didn't come to no. I came, I was like, no. Because had I come to make money, now let me give you the strategy. Had I come to make money, yeah, it would be very easy. I would do the interviews, I would do very many interviews. I'm connected. I would do interviews with the so-called celebrities. We would do a lot of things to get money. But I'm not looking for money. No, I'm building a legacy and I'm building something that people will be proud of. Do you know what it means? Let me say our team, there is someone who has been really sick, or, they are bad. And then we help them. I'm just giving an example. We help them. Someone is having a dying kid and they need a surgery of like how much? Of like 5M. And we can, let me say, raise it and we save someone from dying. I have videos, by the way. That's why most of the people did know what BCM stands for. BCM was standing for Bambi Charity Media. I want to tell you its history and how it came about. But for the people who have been following, you will know why it came about. Yeah, of course, I had never said it on this platform. Yeah, that of course we were, it stands for Bambi Charity Media, BCM. None of the people know, but of course, it has a background. So me, I feel like I want to help someone, just like how I was given a hand. I want to help someone. And helping someone, as I told you a little earlier, that it's not about finance. You could be there, you want to talk to someone. I know what it means when someone needs to talk to someone, then they feel hurting. Allah, I know what it means. I felt like that before. I told you, for the people who started off the life, I felt that before. And you know what I did? You know whom I even called when I felt like I was dying? I have sisters and I have lots of friends. And as you see on this platform we are on, we are over. The platform has 205,000 people. I didn't have none of those people to talk to. And guess who I called to talk to? When I felt hurting, I called Don Zera. I called Don Zera, you can imagine. And I had taken like 6 years minus talking to her. And she listened to me. And that I can never forget. I told her everything that I felt. We talked like for 4-6 hours. I swear, 4 to 6 hours. And I was talking to her and she was encouraging me. And that's all maybe I needed that day. So now that I understand that, I feel like I don't want to do the kind of content. We can do interviews, we can look for educators, or then we look for Smanyahu. But that's not my course. My end game was to help someone else in any way. Support them, talk to them. So that's the main reason why I decided to come back from wherever I was. And that's why we change this kind of content. And I feel it's a good thing. I feel it's a good thing. Right now, our channel went into a ban and all that, but we are working towards it. Yeah. So the first support is watch through. If you believe in what I'm talking about, even for the people who watch the videos immediately after they are done and they watch maybe the next day or maybe after the other day, I'm really grateful. You can always leave the comment and be like, Anderson, I want to be among your team. Yeah. So njagala mbere wano each time I talk, I know whom I'm talking to and how they are doing. And I'll be checking on each one of you and I ask, how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you clear? What are you up to? There is someone who supports you and someone you can, give a shoulder, who can give you their shoulders, to lean on. So that's what I want. I don't want to do things for entertainment. Of course, we can have that, but I want things that benefit both me and you. So that's the main reason we changed the kind of content. That's the main reason I decided to come back from wherever I was. I want each person who watches me, I know them and how they are doing. And in case they need any help, as a team, we would have created, we can support you and support each other. If you have social media and you feel like you need support, we support each other. It doesn't matter in what, as long as someone is interested in it and as long as it benefits them as a person. Yeah, that's what I want to do now. I don't want to get a lot of money because I was just helped. So I have that background. You remember when I told you that we are what we are because of where we grew up from, the people we've spent much of our time with, and of course the things we listen and watch. Yeah, that's what we become. So now me, where I grew up, because I was just helped, I was just helped. I was just helped by a church to be housed, to get shelter, to get clothing, to get food, to get medication, to get all these things. So I feel even when I don't have a lot, if I did this for this platform for politics, yeah, Bobby Wine, because I believed in the cause and I did it for 7 years. If I started off by doing interviews, doing that for me and for the people, and then I did that. So why is it that now in 2026, the thing I've felt like I loved so much, helping someone else, because it's my end game, why is it that I would keep postponing it? It's not good to postpone things. So I felt this is the time, This is the time. We are changing. We are changing. We changed. And I don't fear change. I can start little, but guess what? I've started a lot of things with zero, and we've made it. So of course, I cannot forget the people I started with. I know the first person who commented when I started coming on this channel. I know the people who left. I know the people who don't watch. I know. So immediately when we make it, of course I will remember the people. What are you talking about? They will be the first people. That's how things work. They will be the first people. So supporting really doesn't mean a lot. And this is a good cause. And I'm going to change the title, by the way. I'm going to change the title why I decided to come back, on social media. And because really right now I've given a very good insight. I've really given a very good insight of what really we are up to. Yeah. Because it is senseless to be with the social media and you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. I always talk about being in autopilot. You do things and you also don't know why you're doing them. I call you at the party tomorrow, you will come for a party. You didn't have plans with your life. What's wrong with you? Yeah, someone tells you, man, there's there are available, places you can be traveling tomorrow, and you can go to UK, and you're like, I'm going. You don't have direction in life. You're in autopilot. Yeah, basically anything that comes you go. So no, 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 no. So we want to be with direction. Why is it that we are here? And I give you, we are here because we want to support each other. We want to, give a shoulder to each other. At the end of the day, climax, we want to support other people and help other people, not even just mentally, and we do things in a tangible way. That is the climax. There is a reason that even when someone comes and they watch, they'll be like, wow, I like this. They've supported someone. That's what I want. And before we can support other people, I want to first build a community. We support each other. After us supporting each other, then we will support others. We have a cause, yeah? What it means that we have a cause. We know what we are doing. So each one of you who is watching, basically what I want each one of you to be my personal friend. I want us to be in touch. In case you're not doing okay and you want someone to talk to, I will be here. My number is on social media. We can talk. If you're feeling bad, that's what I want. It is the reason why I came back from wherever I was, and I was not on social media for 7 years. So it is the reason why I came. So that's why I don't want big numbers, because I can put Lumbuye as we used to do it here and we'll get numbers. But that's not my point. My point is to get real friends, people. We support each other. I can still do those things. Why am I not doing them? If case I wanted money, I would go do those interviews, get very many big numbers, getting I'm telling you the truth, getting 100k views, yeah, which doesn't add value to nobody. I would rather get 50 views, and those 50 views, the people who have watched, they've really benefited something. Seriously, that is it. Seriously, that is it. When they've benefited some, because I've done all those things there. So now I feel I'm doing what me wants, what I love, and what I feel is correct. That is what is correct. I want my son, when he grows up and he sees and he's like, Dad, you did this. Wow, this was good. I want to be an inspiration from what he would want, because it would have changed someone else's life. Yay! It would have changed someone else's life. And I would tell him the reason why we did that, because there would be trending stories. Yeah, if you do trending stories, you get numbers, they get so high. I don't want that. Trending stories, they are stories which are breaking and they happen today and they end today, and tomorrow it's another thing. So I would rather, tell my son how to grow up. I would rather tell him what he should do in his 20s. I would rather tell him the kind of women he should get. Now, me as a single dad, yeah? As a single dad now for 3 years, I've not had any sexual intercourse for 3 years, and I'm okay with it. And I have reasons. So Before even my son grows, I would explain to him that even when I'm not there, he would understand why dad did what he did. Because now we are in a digital world, we are in AI where they ask AI things. I'll be a human, I'll be his dad, and I'll be telling him those things. But remember, because he's growing and it's another generation that is growing, that means you also have kids. And of course, they will also listen to such kind of information. You get it? So that's the reason why we did the change of, So, it is very okay to comment. I'll be reading your comments. I'll be saving your numbers. I told you, I showed you the number of people we got. I'll put up that WhatsApp number. Of course, we can have fun here and there, but at the end of the day, we are not supposed to leave our cause. You get that? Because they say, Tom without play, yeah, makes him dull, something like that. So at the end of the day, we can play, but we are not supposed to lose our direction. Everything in my life happened, but now that I know what I want, I know I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do this, whatever. Even if I do this again, I'm supposed to come. I'm at a journey which I'm not supposed to leave. So you get the point. So it is the reason, yeah, it is the reason why we decided to create this. Initially, I'll tell you a story thereafter. After some time, I'll tell you a story. Someone thought that the kind of content initial I was doing it for money, and they really thought they really wanted my downfall, and they didn't know that. Of course, it was in my plan 7 years ago that 2026 we'll stop doing politics, not in a bad way. Of course, we gave out BCM 2, yeah, BCM Uganda 2, we gave it out. So someone there is going to keep doing politics. We gave it out. Yeah, we gave it out. So someone else is having it. So he will be doing that sense. So it's not basically that we left, no. But now me, at least I want also my voice to be out, just like how I also want your voice to be out. Yeah, as I showed you, my microphone is not working, my mixer is not working, that is the sound card. I need a lot of things which I'm trying to figure out. If I get some of those equipments, we will be able to talk. You come on the screen, I am here, we talk sense, yeah, we add value on each other. I'm still adding all the equipments. If all things work out nice, I'm saving, I'm trying out. Yeah, but if it was, I believe in God, I believe everything is possible. So when things work out, it will be different. You will love it. This has not been here in Uganda. We are building a community, and we are not building viewers or views. No, we are building a support system. No one is doing that here. If they do that, of course, they will come as inspirational speakers, and immediately after talking, they disappear. You want to talk to him, you can never find him. With me, I say something, immediately get on your phone call, text me, WhatsApp me, and I'm talking to you. Now a mosquito fell in my water. So guys, that is it. Today I think I've made it really clear. Yeah, really clear why I decided to come back. For starters, why I decided to come back, that is number one. Number two, why we are here. I want us to build a community. I want us to build a support system. I want you, like, don't wait for a time when things are not working out and then you start calling Mama Fina tutaase nga tuli mu ssako ya Mama Fina yabaluga. Yeah, so this is just a support team, and I feel good, I feel comfortable, because right now I can talk about lots of things. I can talk about things that can really bring numbers here. I know, and you know it also. I have a friend who is abroad, by the way. He's called Arose Media. He does politics. He told me, Anderson, man, the numbers are little. Why can't you at least go do interviews? I'm like, I did them. There is no so-called celebrity in Uganda. someone who is sensible that I don't have their contact. Even you know, there is no one. And there is no one I would like to reach up to make an interview and I fail. There is no one. I'm telling you the truth. I can do it, but I don't want that. So he told me, Anderson, I'm like, let me tell you, this is what I told him. I told him I'd rather get 9 people watching, 5 people watching. But if I get the people that I want, and we can support, and basically they can understand what I communicate and they can understand my dream, even if I get 20 people, that's enough than having 1,000 and we don't have direction. I have another friend of mine. For them, they have a channel, and for them they pray. Yeah, they pray, they read Bible. That's what they do. They support each other. If you go on the other channel, those guys don't have views, but they are really connected. They support each other. They have patriotic, like they have got kadamas. Things failed from where they are. Their bosses, messed them up. And because here in Uganda he's in that team, these guys demand for the kadama, and they've been able to bring back like over 5 of them. Some of them they didn't want even to be paid. And it is a small circle of people. They are very few. I was like, this is beautiful, man. And if you go there, they don't have numbers. So that's what I want. And me, I don't need a lot of people by the way. Me, I need only like 100 people. I need 100 people. But when those 100 people, we know we have a community that really benefits us. Like you're having your son and your son is sick and really things are not running on well. You feel like you want them to be in a good environment. Then you can call me, Anderson, I have my son. Things are not well. Where he is or where she is, things are not. Getting your son and being at my place for a week or a month, what do I lose? I'm just giving an example. So that's the kind of team I want to build. Not that Anderson did an example with Eddie Kenzo and they talked about living Remember and Hamuza. What in Jesus' name is that? I don't want those things. I outgrew them. I did them. So now I want to impact people. I did those things. Now I want to impact. The last days when I was doing TV, they could give me stories, and the stories really, it is about talking about people, and they don't even matter in my life. You imagine now, a story of the daddy who is or a son who wants a DNA, and you really, those things don't even concern you. Yeah, they don't concern you. And again, you give them all your day and you give your opinion. Does your opinion even matter? Think about it carefully. Think about it carefully. You come, you give on your opinion. Me now, what I think. The father should apologize to the son because according to what I say. I see those things, and sometimes I tell myself, maybe I'm growing old. But of course, there are people who are old and they're still doing the same thing. But maybe I surrounded myself with different people that now ideas started changing. That now we are not looking for numbers, but we are looking for people to impact. Yeah? Maybe the people I surround myself with, because just like how I told you last time, that you are the 5 people you hang out with. So if you hang out with people who party, you're going to be the 6th person. If you hang out with people who like praying, to Jesus or Allah or Mary or Jaja, Fina, then you're going to be the 6th one. So maybe the people I'm hanging out with, because now numbers they don't really pull me. They don't. That's why I would be very okay getting 100 people who are committed and they know really what we are up to than getting 100K. And I had numbers when we were doing politics, but I'm telling you the truth. Had I come and I asked that, guys, I want to talk to someone for 1 hour, I'm not okay. Oh, okay, my son has been sent back home. He doesn't have school fees, but we need only 10K. none of the 205,000 people would give me the 5K. Do you know why? Because our cause was different. Because they also didn't know the person who was behind, and it was intentional not to be behind, because I can still do those things with my face and I do politics. But at the end of the day, I was like, nah, I did. Now that time ended. We sent it to BCM2. We gave out that channel. Someone took it out. They can get that. But now this is what I want. Because in the course of the time, as I told you, I grew up as an orphan. There are kids, like I'm giving an example. And these are the things I like doing, by the way, because that's how I grew up. Nakulira mu kanisa, I grew up in a church. Church helped me. We were orphans, and no, I don't know how they call someone who doesn't have both their dads and dad and mom. I know it in Uganda, mfunzi. And now mfunzi who doesn't even have simanya uncle, all those things. So I feel in my heart like I want, I be here and I know I pay 50,000 for someone to study somewhere in a given school I don't know. I don't need to know them. Those are the things I want to do. So this is the beginning, of that journey. And to me, it is my end game. My end game, because everyone can have their end game. If you don't know end game is the last thing you do, it is like the last kick of a dying horse, the last kick for it to die, the last kick of the dying horse. So me, this is my end. Like I do this and it goes well and I start supporting people. I don't have any other dream. Truthfully speaking, I don't have any other dream. I don't have that again. I will go work on this international TV. I would go and travel. I will go and do this kind of content. Maybe I'll start exploring houses, cars, the best kind. I wouldn't do those things. This is my end game. End game. It ends here. It ends here, and that is all. I just need 100 people to be with, That's why I told people, like, in case you don't like the kind of content we introduced, it is okay. Pack your bags and go. Unsubscribe and go. BCM Uganda 2 is there. You can go there. Here we are building people to support each other. And we support each other, knowing each other. We are not supporting people we don't know. We are supporting ourselves. I'm here, I'm as a single dad. So you can tell me, Anderson, do you know when you're raising a boy child, you have to teach them karate? And maybe I don't know that. If you tell it to me, I'll start teaching him karate. You see, I've gotten help. It means I've gotten help and it was free. You get my point. So, than coming and doing things with the people we don't even understand. So that's the main reason, by the way, why we change the kind of content we do. For those who don't want, it is okay, because I want a few we can handle each other. Do you know I had 1 million? I had 205,000 people, but I could not get one person to talk to. Mubulire ennaku yange nga kintabuseeko nga sikyabitegeera. 0 person. So why is it I would rather get 7, but I know I can count on this person? Man, I'm here, I don't know what to do. And he tells you or she tells you, don't worry, it will be okay. Just be okay. That will also pass. Only that, and you're okay. That's what my sister does. She doesn't do a lot. When things are not working out well, I call her. I'm like, man, I don't understand. Things have. It's like, don't worry. It is just that support. And people think support is supposed to be monetary always. No. No. Did you know that information, information is the greatest weapon you can have? Information. We are living because of information. Someone told you about YouTube, someone told you about TikTok, you learned that job. It's information, it's not money. If you have information, then you can make money. You monetize your information, then people pay you. So everything in life we are doing, Everything in life we are doing, it has been information. So we don't need money. You know, someone could be there and tells you, Anderson, man, you see, man, you don't have daily income, but you know, if you start planting passion fruit, it can work for you. And I'm like, how? You're like, no, if you get this and do this, and someone has given you a future. Future done. Did you pay for that? No. So why is it that people, each time they say support system, they always think it has to be monetary? It has to be money. It doesn't have to be money. And I gave you the reason why we are using English. People, you know about everyone. New people, you know about Beyonce, you know about who did what, you know about those international artists. Do they speak in their native language? Had they been speaking their native languages, would you be understanding what they're saying? Yeah, so let us also introduce our thing. We use our English. If we are going to help someone, let me say we are going to fund for someone, we are going to do something nice, people understand us. Why not? Why do we make ourselves stupid that we want to really stick on our native language? It doesn't make sense to me. Truthfully, it doesn't make sense to me. Look at all the people who are really making it. Yeah, they were communicating in English because we like it or not, it is the language that people understand. So someone will be like, no, 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 no. Even you leave, because even when Bobby Wine, when Museveni, when the machines, when whatever is happening is done in English, it would have been done in the native language. So even that person leave. Why am I saying that? Because I want that team that understands the cause. You get the the team that understands the value of what this is going to be like. Yeah. By the way, I think it is today that we've spoke for a long period of time, and I've loved it. I've liked it. For the people who have been on and those whom we started with until now, uh, at some point we'll do lives which will run for 24 hours. We'll do lives which will run for 24 hours. We'll do lives which will run for 2 days. We'll do lives which will run for 3 days. We'll do lives which will run even for a week. Yeah, we'll do those lives. I'm still collecting revenue, yeah. After getting funds and putting up all those things, we don't need a lot. After putting them out, we'll do them, and then when everything is moving together fine, and we get the support team and we are all working together, then you will see what it means someone to impact someone else. It feels good when you support someone. It feels nice when you do good to someone else, expecting literally nothing from them. It is the most beautiful thing. So nze wano buli omu aliwo mba njagala okuba nga mumanya erinnya n'egyali ekintu kiba kimutabuseeko. We can always come and support each other. And when you leave your comments, yes, it makes me happy. If you leave a comment, you're like, I've passed by, it makes me happy, it makes me feel good, because had I put other things, you'll be commenting. Yeah, but when you comment, when you leave a comment, and for the people who will watch this live immediately when it is done, and you react again, like the friends I got from Tanzania, and you texted me, it really feels very nice. Yeah, that is the first support we need. The first support we need. I want everyone here, I know their names, I know where they come from, like just in case of anything, we support each other. As I was telling you about that guy who died in Canada, yeah, he died, and because he didn't have that support team. Of course he had friends, but he was not in any kind of a community. So me, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I would rather have 10 people, 6 people, 7 people, but when we have a good cause, than having 1,000. I told you, you could find someone having, let me say, 1,000,000 followers, but when something happens to them and they just need to talk to someone and they don't have any, because everyone knows them in a different way. You get? They know them as, the superstar. They know them, how will they see me? No, 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 me, I don't do those things. I want the people I talk to here, immediately when you are done, they can WhatsApp me. They can tell me, Anderson, hey, you said this, I feel like we should do this. Hey, Anderson, you see, I'm this side, but man, I had this. Someone to talk to. And I would feel good even talking to that someone. Why? Because when I felt that I needed it, someone gave it to me. So I know how it feels. Most of the people who are abroad, I know how really that feels. So I'm not going to be taking much of your time. I want to say thank you very much for the people who watched the video when it's done, for the people who watched a couple of minutes, when those who came and leave, you come and go. Yeah, I also want to say thank you very much. Until when we catch up tomorrow, I love you very much. I love you, Area Dala, true story. Because now the people on social media and the community that I'm building are going to be my family. They're not only going to be social media people, but they are going to be family. Yeah? And I'll be texting you, we'll be in our group. It will be very beautiful because right now I have a lot of time. I still remain as Lose Andrew Anderson. Yeah? Lose Andrew Anderson is my name. 2026, we are building a community, we are creating, we are making friends, we are changing our perception towards things. So until when we catch up, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you're catching up from. For the people who didn't understand the video, go to the beginning when we started. Follow it, you will understand why we are here, the reason why we are here, and why we are going to be doing the things that we are doing. I still remain Luze Andrew Anderson. If you help me and watch the whole video, I don't know. For the people who watch the whole video, I'll personally text you. So until when we catch up, but buli muntu ali wano, I want you to be my friend. It is the reason why I don't want big numbers. I can still do all kinds of content to have numbers. But for 2026, njagala everyone here to be my personal friend, to be talking to you, for us to be supporting each other in one way or the other. So that's why I decided to come from wherever I was to come here so that I create that, because that's what I loved from the word go. So until when we catch up, because uliwemba ngenda nga ndaba abajja nga nesigaza, uliwemba ngenda nga ndaba abajja nga nesigaza. So guys, I think I'm going to end up here. In case you need my number, my contact, just go to Google, write in Luze Anderson contact, you will get it, or you can put it in a comment section, or you can watch some of the lives I did initially, then you'll be having my contact. So until when we catch up, I still remain Luze Andrew Anderson. Thank you very much for watching, and I love you. Really, really mean it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And pray when you're going to sleep. It doesn't matter which religion you are in, but at least believe something. Believe in something. Pray. Have someone to talk to, someone who is not related to you, someone who has never seen you. It is very important because those people will never judge you. You get it? Get a friend who doesn't know you, doesn't know your family, you've never met them. Make them friends. When you feel like you want to talk to someone, talk to them. Why? Because they will not judge you, because they don't know your past, they don't know your present, so they don't know your future. So when you talk to them, basically they won't judge you and they will listen. That's very important. So I still remain Luze Andrew Anderson. Bless ya. Peace.